Hello everyone, and welcome to Evergreen Cultural Center's Rehearsal Hall Sessions. My name is David Mann, General Arts Manager at Evergreen, and I would like to thank you for tuning in to this online performance. I'd like to acknowledge that we gather to do our work on the unceded ancestral land of the Coast Salish people, in particular the Coquitlam, Katzie, Kikite, and Tsleil-waututh First Nations, and to express our gratitude for their stewardship of this land. I would also like to acknowledge the Department of Canadian Heritage, the City of Coquitlam, the Province of BC, and BC Arts Council for their support of our performing arts programs, and a special thank you to the BC Touring Council, who directly funded this inaugural set of rehearsal hall sessions through the Mentorship and Youth Engagement Program. The performance you are about to see is part of a series of 5 concerts originally intended to be live in person and recorded, but due to COVID restrictions are being recorded only and released as online concerts. This is the only way you'll see it. Once released, each edition will continue to be available to watch for free online. And now, to introduce this session, here is our Performing Arts Assistant and Youth Engagement Coordinator, Valentina Acevedo Montilla.
Thank you, David. My name is Valentina Acevedo Montilla, and my pronouns are she, her, hers, and I am the Evergreen's Performing Arts Assistant and Youth Engagement Coordinator. I am very excited to welcome you to our 4th rehearsal hall session. For this session, I have the honor of inviting Kimmortal to curate a set of amazing emerging creators, including Tawahum, Shemedlyne, and Ivy. Currently based on the unceded traditional territories of the Coquitlam, Musqueam, Squamish, Tsleil-waututh, and Tsleil-waututh, Kimmortal is an interdisciplinary artist, MC, songwriter, actor, and visual artist. Their last album, X Marks the Swirl, was nominated for a Polaris and Breakout West Award, and their theater background has had them hit stages from the Yukon to the National Arts Center. They have animated for artists such as Tegan and Sarah, directed their own music videos, and worked as a youth educator in arts-based community empowerment. Kimmortal's performances reflect their deep love for the power of word and rap, spoken word, and storytelling. Kimmortal is a proud queer, non-binary Filipinx and an important voice in the landscape of artists and social justice. When I asked Kimmortal why they had decided to curate this amazing lineup, what they had to say was that they think that each of these artists are the most important and powerful young artists in the city right now. They are a fan of each of them, and we're stoked to bring everyone together despite the distancing. Each of them bring a unique power and magic to their poetry, raps, and storytelling that will evoke, enlighten, educate, and captivate anyone who will witness. Please join me in welcoming Kimmortal.
The times I had to say goodbye, watered down but survived, see a drop in the distance, quick fix got my neck twisted like a vine risen, there is a tension in my neck.
Cosmic floral, a long tress of distress that I'm pulling
out the weeds in me, shedding skin, we shapeshift. From a coyote taking himself too serious into ravens making flight paths to disrupt electrical fences, a mountain bought with chicken shit and screws.
All to support a family whose dry tongues never reach sweetness. Instead, drenched in Baracco, filling their mouths, every bean a callous layer of Lolo's fingertips.
Ivy propagated, finding perennial daffodils of resilience. The dirt showing me about the way things were, that our gardens are stronger than I think.
Every doubt in mind, can you still see the light? Lost purpose, never first in, root injured, with steps that got left in history's resurgence.
Body under watch, standing on northern plains, northwest territories. Dams made by really large beavers, where 2 tall twins hum, roam and hunt the giants to deliver, sediment on big river. Feel ancestors in the blood of my liver. I arrive at the end.
Where the bougainvillea stretches its thorns, kissing the dirt road, cleared by Lolo's John Deere, a path paved where he dreamed of a home where windows look out to endless sugarcane and sweat.
No dreams without fight.
No dreams without time. Sit down without pride.
Can you do it without people by your side?
Hey everybody, I am so stoked to present the next performer, Tawahum Biga. Tawahum is a Lutsilke Dene Plains Cree poet and spoken word artist from unceded Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-waututh territory. Their Scorpio moon-ass poems expose growth, resistance, and persistence as a hopeless two-spirit, non-binary sad boy on occupied Turtle Island. In typical Aries Sun fashion, Tawahum completed the first ever Indigenous spoken word residency at the Banff Center in 2018 while completing their BA in creative writing from Kwantlen in 2019. Tawahum is an amazing performer with so much to share, so much wisdom, and I am so stoked for you to witness. Tawahum, check it out.
Shout outs to Kimmortal for the beat and the invitation, of course. This track's called Vape Trick Magic. This would probably be the part where I'm sitting in my room hitting my vape, you know what I mean? Crash, bang, boom outside the walls, the windows alive. It's been several minutes since I hit a glassy glazed pipe, shooting me into space, away from corporate states, away from all the waste, from all that they erased. It's like vape trick magic. We are sacred, fasted, there's this hatred grafted. They take it, then mask it. I'm sick of this rage, so just take it and take it. Just take it away, just take it. And now I'm stoned in the evening without even toking. Yo, they put it in my candy, this new way of forgetting. So I calm this itchy burn in the way that I never learned. Take the wheel and steer before we were flattening the curve. I am dead certain that I would know courage if I left this circus on paved highway currents. I just dream of mountains, nowhere in specific. My stomach stuck with pistons, headaches, erupting seismic. Have you ever felt the overwhelming feeling in the ribcage held when you imagine leaving? Have you ever felt the overwhelming feeling in the ribcage held when you imagine leaving? This terror injected, the scalp left reddened. I feel hatred dejected, but try to find the lessons, the ways that they invade our land, our bodies betrayed, then made afraid. Our spirits, our bloodlines, and then it's 9 to 5, or jail, or lives. The city needs to grind, the marrow, the mind is draining me, training me to be a lesser frequency, disrupting ancestry, clogging my arteries. So just carry me, baby, into aurora scenes, beyond forgotten dreams. Have you ever felt the overwhelming feeling in the ribcage held when you imagine leaving? Have you ever felt the overwhelming feeling in the ribcage held when you imagine leaving? Tanse Tawahum Nitsika-san Sese Tawahum Suyi. My name's Tawahum. I'm from Lutsilke Dene. On my mom's side, Setsi John Thomas, Isidore Thomas, Setsune, Mary Crooked Hands, Ekwanukum, Teresa Dumay, just establishing myself in proper protocol because I am not indigenous to these lands that I am so grateful to be on to do this powerful performance work. And there's so much work I've done on lands, even close to here, Burnaby Mountain. I did a lot of land protection work in solidarity with a lot of the First Nations that are right here, and especially as a guest who's here. And it eventually landed me in a 2-year court process with the injustice system of British Columbia, and as well as a 28-day sentence in jail. And the thing that got me through court, the thing that got me through jail, it was writing, always writing. And this next piece is, it's called Mr. Beck's New Evidence, and it's about a man who testified against me. And yeah, it goes like this. Call it Ex-Cop Diaries of the Traveling Hierarchies. Needle nose, executive, sweetest conjecture, my lord, but I believe he does cocaine. This man put men in cuffs for 36 years before becoming security manager for Trans Mountain. He dons a Harper haircut and stands with entitlement abreast of
Red-coated, fur-traded, gold-mined, court-ordered, fort-bordered, drawn-quartered, pox-spreaded, deregulated, wealth-hoarded, mass-sacred, live, backward, booze smuggled, gun-holstered, blade-scabbard, treaty broker, baby boomer, divide-conquered, townhouse-gated, clan-fated, children taken, bloodbath-weighted, correctly stated, minds erased and Canadian valued, settler, soldier. Except, instead of spreading disease and igniting cannon, he watches cameras and pushes pencils to lay his pipes to rest. And yeah, you can cue the track. Again, workers, they stand abreast, wearing reflective vests. Police checkpoint ahead while their judge sits on a bench. Forest blaze across continents, you'll smell this putrid stench. Trucker high on a seat, Merson, AR-15, smelling diesel fuel green. Sludge thick maple leaf, a quill, an inkwell, injunction, registry trading. Furs, lies, gold coins and beads. Will we come back to her? Will we come back to her? If we don't come back to her, we won't come back at all, yo. We won't come back at all. We won't come back, no. We won't come back. Divided, captured. They make the bucket, we are the crowd, is without a treaty. But with enclosure they seize the land, yo, their laws are bullshit. Discarding their own science lab, whispers in English courtroom, where they set the trap. Trans Mountains camp, intricate path shown on Google Maps. Overtime clocked and bacon sizzling for cash. Bitumen sinking in the wake of wrath. When the eagle feathers burn, it will all turn to ash. Nasicho, hai hkasiam osiam, nina nasko mandao. There's so much rage, but rage is not the only thing. Sew me back together. Frayed thread, ancestral double helix bloodline. My struggle to untangle a soil-born origin of knit roots. It hurts. Snared by tide, toxic lasso, yo, this choice was stolen for centuries. The pair of shears that cut me loose. Well, I had 2 dismembered couplings, severing tendons from friends, parents to lovers, felt cold stained steel blade upon neck, failing to sever, break open, neglect, close, break, a branch, wood strands dangling. Computer screen still attached, twisted with victim until the fibers give in, snap. Try to unknot. 7 generations of chicken wire fencing wound up to keep me bound in a lifetime of target, usurped beating practices. This isn't the way to learn, to play. Snap, 6 strings of a guitar, sinew string wrapped around my hand, drum, the handle wrapped around my wrist, banding friendship, brace, let the threads thicken, strengthen, but braid into my hair something far more than just resiliency. So I choose who to weave for, hold dene bow string, bending birch branch, snap. Yo, that's a grappling hook arrow attached to 1,000 thread cord. Tug, pull, tightrope, climb, 1,000-foot cedar. Balance, find, that double helix, unsever, blood memory, remember. And I have another poem for y'all. It's called Boy, and it's after Alessandra Nacarato's Girlhood. Though honestly, after all the editing and stuff, I don't know how far away it actually is from that original poem, but I don't have the patience to burn ants in a magnifying glass low-income townhouse. My parents throw stones and put-downs as though they've been repeated to them. Their lives, eating magic beans and teaching me debt, etch my body beanstalk and climb outside of my head. Find myself disappointed in no cloud-born city waiting for me in the sky. Unnoticing of the stars, tie wire to my skeleton, electrifying my marrow to produce some kind of surge protector. I knot myself to the technology of giants, a battery dependent on a circuit board I surrender my mind to. Understand, the name passed down to me had meant nothing. A collection of Hungarian markings on my anglicized tongue. The closest translation I could find for biga was crumpet and girl-like. My mom cuts my hair to remind me it needs cutting, though I try to grow out this tangle of vine and cord to descend from the sky. Dye it blue-black without permission and wear hand-me-down skinny jeans. Understand, low-income complex means a life of borrowing inheritance, a feudal system, which, like the serfs of former ages, I can't afford. A lifetime of late rent. The land might forget, but I'm the new memory here. See my first coyote and don't approach. Just witness bearing fangs and pawed pavement from 50 meters back. The sun threatens to rise. The coyote returns to the creek. My chuckles make mists out of magic beans outside the parking lot of the local Real Canadian Superstore. Masi Joe. Big shout outs to Evergreen for inviting me, and Kimmortal for inviting me, making this show happen. I'm so grateful to get to share this space digitally with all of you at home and literally the folks here making it happen. Just filled with gratitude right now. This is such medicine for me, so Masi Cho, hi hi. And this is my last piece. I don't know if I was gonna say it, but I guess shout out to BeatStars or whatever, you know what I mean? I actually purchased the beat, cool. Feel this deepening connection, our paths cross for a reason. To share in this relational conversation, sinking deeper to our initial foundation. A subterranean look into your ancestry of the hallway extending deeper than you can see. Lit with the spirit world torchlight, sit in our unlimited whole foresight. Feel it wrap around your ankles and submerge. Hear the voice in the wind is wishing us to live. The land speaking to me, land speaking to you. Hear the voice in the wind is wishing us to live and live and live and live and live. Breathing deep, that first fresh air after all the forest fires that have burned near. Tectonics underground have shifted here. Breathing that first fresh air. From echoes in this valley flowing drum song, dust blowing into cedar and spruce through trauma that recently bloomed in the garden of schools too. Children secretly scoop, past the control of sacred dreams. Charcoal burned by colonial regimes. Past 5th century fever, of pyrexia in ties of storms emerging from millennia of contracts well kept with the land. Witnesses holding our honor to stand for 777 generations in hand, past colonial lines marked in the sand. Hear the voice in the soil, the land speaking to me. Land speaking to you is what I know is true. Hear the voice in the soil, the land speaking to me. Speaking to you, what I know is. This is our growth, our turmoil to the holy filth. For something greater, more than a burden and guilt. A duty to build and enjoy. Crosses only crucify, while the medicine wheel unites four directions. Learning on the ground, transform what is found. To the mounds of her words that we are bound, we scream the sound aloud, aloud, aloud. We will never abdicate pledges made to recreate bonding with celerity, dumping their austerity, forging solidarity, laughing out hysterically. In the eyes of new storms, relationships form. Eye contact, gazes warm, iris fully lit with the torch of purpose. Onion, hazel, earth, and golden green gray. Sharp and hail with focus, we find clean ways. Wind sailing oceans, rejuvenating place. See the fields opening from the forest. The orange and yellow autumn leaves shed his aggression and indifference for devotion and deliverance. Hear the voice in the trees, the land speaking to me, the land speaking to you. Listen to her dream. Hear the voice in the wind is wishing us to live and live and live and live and live. Hear the voice in the soil, the land speaking to me, and the land speaking to you is what I know is true. Hear the voice in the trees, the land speaking to me, land speaking to you. Listen when she speaks. Masicho, hi, Hkasian, OCM. You're in for a badass show.
I am so stoked to present the next performer, Danielle, who also goes by her performer name, Shemedlyne. Shemedlyne is a proud bisexual Black woman based in Vancouver, BC, born in Port-au-Prince, Haiti, and was raised by her British mom from Bournemouth, England. She has been around music her whole life with dancing, playing the violin, having a background in spitting spoken words, and also DJing. And music has changed her life and got her through so much pain. And her hope is to give others what is needed for them to be able to live their most authentic life without judgment, and to give them a chance to live a life with opportunities and hopefulness. Shemedlyne hits audiences with her voice that flows from song to rap, and you are absolutely privileged to check her out. Give it up for Shemedlyne.
Do I need you and you and you? Do I need you? Do I need you and you and you? Do I speak truth? No love, no way. Do I feel blue? Do I go insane? Nah, yeah. Nah, yeah. You feel me? I'm on top of the water, floating but underwater, feeling to one another. Do I want another? Do I just wanna bother? Want it for the cover for self. Pain just come up to tell. Work hard, no one gon' tell. Live in a well, dark in a shell. I still prevail. I get up well. I see the rail. I see the trail. I see the feel. I see the tail. I want it real. I wanna chill. I want it well. I want it well. I find, ask why, wine and dine, try and lie. I don't believe, I don't relieve. Come up to me, say what you mean. Shout at me, please. I don't want ease, I don't want ease. Speak to me, please. Don't want it for nothing. Don't want it for nothing. Don't want it for nothing. I'm calling and wanting. Deeper in the columns. I'm ready for the honest. Don't care when I spot it. I'm gonna say I want it. Is it ever coming? You got it. Never got it. You got it. Never got it. I got it. I ring it. I run it. I dig it. I'm falling. I'm loving. I hate it. I'm feeling so dizzy. I told you missing, I'm living, I find. Ask why, wine and dine, try and lie. Yeah. Okay, so the next song is called Power. Talks about a lot of violence against my people and, you know, just trying to get that wake-up call, you know, just to see what it is. And, you know, we just want validation out here and we just want unity. So here we go. Higher than the mountains, higher than the treetops. I'm scared to see cops. Another target she drop, he drop, another cop walk. Did you stop, speak? But it echoes, unsettled mind. Have to let go, can't rest, keep blessed. On the other hand, am I in Zen? Do we live in the olden times, trapped to no end? Can I run, can I fight when no one's in mind? Plans still in white hands got the right. Why no black hands, did we pick your rights? Black hands, did we save your vibe? Black hands, nurse you on enemy lines. Black hands, never justified. Cut corners, we no order, we are order, we are soldiers. No one hold us, no one hold us. We going forward, we going forward. We are no one till you own us. Abuse me with your orders. Farmers out here, loaders out here, scholars out here, givers out here. Replace me for more papers, blame me for saying that you gave me. No one save me, no one gonna save me. I'm gonna drive you crazy, I'm gonna drive you crazy. Call me Miss Daisy, I don't miss you saying. Where hair you lead, we fed you keep. Your meat is cheap. Wind me up in a rut, sign me up, see a judge, cut me up, stronger than you pick me up. I don't wanna lick you up, tip me up, you a bluff, call me up. I don't wanna call you up, that's enough, watch above, watch me shine, oh I don't wanna see another life for your prime. I'd rather see you get fined. Find your daughter, see the honor, switch it around, that's how we breathe your honor. I'm so profound, no need to bother. I'll make it loud, be ready with pride, no matter the bias. System deprives, lead beyond time, space is born. Don't need your ties, the pain don't disappear. We still fight your fears, we see it clear. Keep it dear, we settled here. Reject the soldiers, our notion. Breed me, you think I will notice. I'm woke to focus, your loathing that told me desert us, no work done, I sold it. Cut corners, we no order, we are order, we are soldiers. No one hold us, no one hold us. We going forward, we going forward. We are no one till you own us. Abuse me with your orders. Farmers out here, loaders out here, scholars out here, givers out here. Check your mind, size me up, I don't mind cross the line. I don't buy hustle, I hit my line. No one gon' get it right, higher mine. My kind need living rights, you decide. Higher price, roll the dice, longer nights. Tired fights, cautious life, living nice. Never in between the lines. Never in between the lines. I never said you mine. I don't wanna live a lie. I'm perfect on the other side. I'm perfect on the other side. Wanna make my mama cry. Glad that she's my light. I'm never away from time. I'm never away from time. Thank you, thank you. Yeah! Thank you so much for having me, Evergreen. I'm so thankful and so thankful for Kimmortal for bringing me out here. I'm just so happy to be here and super excited. So yeah, thank you.
All right, our next performer is Ivy. Ivy is a Filipinx writer born in Manila, Philippines. And in 2014, they moved to the stolen territories of Katsi, Semiahmoo, Kwantlen, Coquitlam, Quiquet, and Tawasan First Nations. Ivy has performed in various stages, including the finals of CFSW in 2019 as part of Kwantlen Poetry Project. Their work can be found in Pulp Mag and various other publications. Ivy attributes her relationships to words with an indecisive lover. They write to make words love them back and revels in the rejection they constantly receive. Give it up from your home to Ivy.
Okay, I guess this is the start of my set. Hi, I'm Ivy. I am a mess. So I'm sitting on a stool because apparently I thought that was a good idea, and I was right. And whoever is watching this is at home, and I feel awkward because you are not here, but that's fine. Here's some poems. Yeah, a lot of them are about my mom, but I'm just gonna start. I want to start with my vanishing the way the earth started with nothing until the heat made everything from skies to pebbles, ice and water, eroding dirt on a river that carried my mother, who carried me. I look up to see the sky has wings. Heaven is a bird with broken wings. Atlas's arms serve as the mother who was punished, condemned to stroke feathers that will never fly. Heaven is a burden nobody asked for, and my mother is tired of me, of what she can't see. Tumingala ako sa langit at nakita ko na birth is a sentence that lasts a lifetime. Motherhood is the confessional box I lie to, I pray. Through long-distance phone calls on the day Atlas whimpers, it will echo a monsoon. Heaven will cry. I will take Mama's hands and show her my life. Yay, that's my poem. So that poem is about me lying to my mom, which we all do. That's fine. I'm also gonna move my music stand because it's not working very well over there. Oh, this is perfect. Okay. Here's another poem. On the news, they say a man died last night. Nabangungot siya. Mama tells me it's not just a nightmare. It is eating until the rice climbs up your throat, sleeping even when your belly crushes your spine, but awake enough to watch your own death on your eyelids. Batibet's skin sticks to his prey. He lies on his victims to lock them in place, and when they fall asleep, their livers burst as his head sits on their necks. Kahit anong piglas paralisado, kahit gaano kalakas ang pagsigaw, glass shatters, but they do not wake. Ang taong nababangungot, hindi na gumigising. They die in their nightmares. I was born with my eyes closed. My mother cradled the soft spot in my brain. Ako ay lilipat sa malayo. I left monsoons for Surrey rain. My mouth opened wide, stretching the ridges of my lips, tongue rolling out to catch the syllables that fall from the sky. It flattens on my chin, and I taste Batibet's scalp. When Mama visits me, she doesn't speak. Something as simple as ordering food is a shameful translation. Her voice snaps shut. Mama throws her words at me. They catapult through my ears. I spit. The diasporic dream forgets the sharp tones that cut through oceans. I cannot tell the difference between the horizon and the reef. My mother tongue sinks into the stubble sprouting from Batibet's head, while English comes up and sucks all of my air. Hindi na baling walang tulog, kaysa hindi na gumising. Sleep does not mean rest. It could be an insensibility to waking up to the hushed hooks in my throat, to living in a world where ravines replace footsteps. Baka hindi ka ng araw sikatan ng araw. When I rise, I pull apart my tongue, split my two languages unevenly, recollect the bye-bye and I buried, let it spread outside of my body. So Batibet knows. The heap of our history is embedded into my chest. My Tagalog unsnarls, paghihimagsik sa araw, to embrace the sun as a magic trick. I did not forget I was born in the ring of fire, surrounded by volcanic ash and rainfall. My Tagalog will erupt and remember the ruptures in the silent letters I mount. Tagalog taught me to hold Batibet's head, whisper, iingatan kita kahit nakalimot na sila. That's it. I got a couple more poems for the people in the background here that are making it all possible, And also, for you at home who's probably on your bed or on your couch, who knows, whatever makes you feel safe, dude, or person. Okay, you need to stop. I miss banter. Okay, this actually feels like real banter because there's some people here, which is great. I value everybody's presence. I'm just trying to figure out which poem I'm going to do next. I'm choosing this one. Okay. If there's one thing you're going to learn from watching this awkward set, it's that you should speak your language if you have one other than English. And this poem's about that, again. Hey, I used to be Kanya, now you see a maid. Mama hit my legs with a broom. I feel the mark of progress. I felt walls spurt from the ground. They hit my chin. I lie. To think I am living. To think I am rescinding my fractures. The way Mama's hands shake when she swings. The way handshakes are firm introductions. If I'm too flimsy, I won't be enough. I'll be brown, but I'm always brown on purpose. Sometimes I'll get complimented. Your English is so good. Stop. It's wild to think you've only been living here for a short while. Thanks, my country was colonized. Everyone knows brown tongues that talk white turn to blunted sights. Our skin bleached to burn until we see our bones. The world is made of sleeping concrete blocks, and that's why we stay under the weight of every construction. It's been proven difficult to slip and cause a collapse. I see us making disappearance acts in the name of building a new home. I keep thinking, get up, get up. Nung bata pa ako, akala ko madami akong pamilya, pero nawala sila. I made a disappearing act. Uwing-uwi na ako. Going home is not that simple. Naiintindihan mo ba ang pagbabago ng wika, the provider shipped in shame supporting a family whose tongues curl a different way? Am I ready to swallow the gravel lodged into my ancestors' throats? I grew up in the Philippines and I still talk this way. This page is a honing steel for sites that want to remember. Dear reader or watcher, please remember, your language can grow from the hilt. In every form it takes, make it sharp. When I came home for a funeral, I was asked not to speak. So I sat among the chrysanthemums instead. I couldn't cry or think about Kuya lying next to me. If I looked through the grills of the window, I could see titas and titos in black playing bingo and eating roasted peanuts. Ate came to my corner, said, "Okay lang yan, hindi ka naman nagbago eh." I take responsibility for the ways my voice has been boxed. To be hammer and chisel away at the foundation my harm was built over. Brownness is a cross, but it is not a crucifixion. Ako ay morena. Ang dala kong krus ay pinalamutian ng bulaklak galing sa hardin ni Lola. My hair is a crown of my mother's sampaguita. My knees are held upright with bougainvillea stems that will grow into my Lola's garden. So the next time I apologize for the flowers grown from my body, I will watch as the petals fall into my palm and say, enough. That's my poem. This is so fun. I missed performing on a stage. Okay, I'm just gonna be naked without the music stand and be vulnerable and intimate because I'm on a stool. Stools connotate intimacy. Therefore, hello, here's my body. It's been a pandemic, gained some weight. Okay with that, I think, hopefully. Hopefully, everyone watching this is also okay with their body, because sometimes that's enough. What am I saying? Here's my poem. Ivy, plant your feet on the earth that birthed you. Let your limbs jump offshore. Bury the seeds of your toes in the dirt. Step out to find your skin, dig 6 feet deep to exonerate old vines. Disambiguation, try to bury ivy, listen to me. You are meant to crawl on wood. Ivy creeps the masonry of bleached concrete, constricts every brick with juvenile hands, erode thick asbestos walls, stains from hetera entombed in moss. 18 Gertrudis is a fortress. Underneath the green metal roof is just wood. Home is not just a place to sleep. It's a place where you can lie whether your eyes are open or closed. Ivy release. The smell of mother's wet hair as she dries it with a fan. Let droplets blow kisses on your face. This is as much as she'll love you. Mother says, pass it on. Cup your hands under your chin. Catch hot acid. Let it dribble down to your palm. Carry it to your father's bedroom. sit on the empty bed and wait until he forces his lids to shut. As a child, you took your parents' hands and pressed them together to bring back pieces that were hopelessly falling apart. Ivy, open your eyes. You've stretched your arms wide enough to embrace the dead trees inside. Feel their blunt bark peeling under your pressure as you try. Ivy, don't worry. Observations don't have to carry so much weight that you break. Count each time you feel your veins snap. Watch them prod out of your skin. Replay these moments in poetry. Let your mother's shrinking body sleep as the sun sets. Let your father's body fade with the moon. Ivy, don't be afraid. When you're ripped from the trunk you cling to, fall and pay attention. The soft wind is cradling you, and you've already carved a room for resilience. Let a synthesis of growth and decay teach you. Climbing can slit your skin. You can pluck leaves with your fists, grab wavering branches that slip you back on the ground. Remember, vines thrive through thick chaos. Walk barefoot, bite the thorns off your crown, and continue. And that's my set. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Yay!
Hey, what's up, everybody? Hi, my name is Kimmortal. I'm really stoked to be a part of this awesome lineup of amazing artistry. It's been a miracle to create poetry with a collaborative effort in mind, with the heart at the center. Working with Tawahum, Ivy, and Shemedlyne has been such an honor and has been actually medicine during this time of all the things. And I'm just really stoked to share a couple of tracks off my most recent album, as well as new tracks on the guitar. And I'm gonna just open up with a poem. I am made of stars, stars, stars. 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 I wear the stars on my chest every day. People's ink on my skin have it engraved. As above, so below, yeah, they surround me. I'm seeking this music because I'm looking for my family. Constellations course through my veins, even when they tried to erase our face. Better say their names. We won't leave this space. Rise up, root down, yeah, this mic we gon' blaze. You get a gay star. We transform the shapes. Pop a blue pill, Bill. Stop throwing me shade. The science of spirit, collective process. Purge out that bullshit. Your dreams have purpose. I'm a lone ranger. Ninja, no sidekick. Chop up your pipeline. Slice Trudeau's government. Fight for the water. Power to workers. My voice can go low. I fuck with your jokes. Wet this dry system. Spit in my poetry. This bitch so fluid. We miss our mommies. Rest for the weary. Laugh till I'm teary. Visayan Ilocano. I am somebody. What would Lula do? Laugh at your doo-doo. Flip it with my crew. Primordial soup. We serve that good food. Lessons of immigrants. Dancing the star moves. We are the movement. Thank you. So, you guys aren't here. You're at home. You're probably kicking your feet up, clipping your toenails, or eating food. I'm in Evergreen Cultural Center, and there's like lights that I'm looking up at, and it's beautiful, and I just feel all of the ancestors in this room, of every person in this room. And I just love this. I wish every show was like this. It would be beautiful if you were here, but I have a good imagination, so hey, what's up? I just wanted to share that I am so blessed. Like, a lot of my life, I've been mentored and believed in by elders in the community, by spoken word artists, by hip hop artists, by theater artists, like actors, just like living beautiful heroes, you know, like artists just doing their thing and always reminding me of my own power and the community's power. And I give so much love to the fact that I'm always a student, and I'm always blessed to learn about the history of Black resistance, the history of Indigenous resistance, the history of resistance of my community, Filipinos, East Asians, Southeast Asians, and just watching it all, witnessing it all, and letting it flow through in my poetry, my music has been a way of just like being with what is happening. You know, because there's so much happening, and especially because we're isolated, we're at home, we're watching this stuff on the screen, we're watching it affect all the people around us, and just performing, being a performer and doing this my whole life, it feels like it's weird, because this is my way of embodying, and so I'm really stoked to be here amongst people that I look up to, and that just like, wow. So my next track is called 88 and Beyond, and it's a big up to all the earth dragons out there. And this was one of my first tracks that I wrote, inspired by Oz 12, really dope spoken word Indigenous MC that I've co-facilitated workshops with. And check it out. Here we go. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I'll rename myself Kimmortal, cause I sense 1,000 portals, but the beat the system boom by beats for circulation in the gold. Kids in the studio, art room, channel into new tunes, let the spirit speak through. Pick the comments, spread it up the news, read that new news, seeing seeds in their shallow translations, lack imagination, art is incantation, where it's all in relation, a biblical connection, no separation, hand hold the bar, carving out a mantra, alaga para sa mga bata, rocking the Wakanda, just like my mama, queer like the Waututh, resilient through trauma. How can we move when some of us are wounded? Patience and cycles, motion and movement, all lives won't matter till Black lives matter. Bound up in liberation with indigenous nations to infinity. Come on. 88 and beyond, and beyond, and beyond this song, beyond this city, beyond fucking borders, beyond all the lines, beyond all of these things that are invented by oppression systemically. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Ha! Crooked on your book of rhymes, circle them 1,000 times. Dizzy round your atlas, setting fire on your palace. White ivory towers, keep power cinematic. Illusion unsustainable, rapper slash actress in. Come unpredictable, nothing stay romantic. Relationship to art unstable, but commit to back it. F about it, what we thought last is. We indigenized travel time, this intergalactic. Open letter to the LMCs, building blocks. Only serve to box us. In my zone, the equinox. Planetarium, shit kaleidoscopic. Mark it up with Copics, animated graphic. I am the motion, not a decoration. Welcome to my universe, check my constellation. If you hanging by a thread, hold these lines for survival. My legacy, the seed ascending, this is our arrival. 88 and beyond, and beyond, and beyond, and beyond, and beyond, and beyond, and beyond. Here it is. Let's get that next track. Give it up for Matthew on sound tech and Evergreen folks, Valentina, David, all the people that made this thing possible. Behind the beats, that was also bought off tracktrain.com. That was actually a 17-year-old producer. All right. This next track is called Ice Palaces. I don't have my ukulele. Usually I perform on my ukulele named Sally. Wait a minute, Lucy. And I hope you like it. Here we go.
Ice palaces that they made for you, you. Ice palaces that they made for you.
You're cooling out while my head is cold burning. You're smooth, son, 'cause you've got it all figured out, don't you? And I can't escape locked doors and glass ceilings. And you'll get away, this is nothing new to ya, nothing new to ya. This ain't about luck. Ice palaces that they made for you, they made for you, you. Ice palaces that they made for you, they made for you, you. You'll miss the sound. Locked doors, silver spoons and mouths. While some can't breathe, some yell loud. Freezing to death while you're cooling now. You talk slick, exhale your smoke and mirrors. Fire never made for this. They're building up like a game of Tetris, running circles. Almost trying to make a buck. I can't feel the sun since they shut up these towers. So wanna grow a garden, sow seeds of a love light in the dark for everyone. Not math and games that we hate to play. Getting crossed by iron stakes and ladders. What really matters? Banners. Read life over profit. Profits in the booth. Give a glimpse of the sun.
Ice palaces that they made for you. They made for you. Ice palaces that they made for you. They made for you, you.
My fire never made for this. My fire never made for this. My fire never made, my fire never made, my fire never made for this. My fire never made for this. My fire never made for this. My fire never made, my fire, our fire never made for this. Our fire never made for this. Our fire never made for this. Our fire never made, our fire, our fire never made for this. Our fire never made for this. Our fire never made for this. Our fire never made, our fire.
That they made for you, they made for you, you. Ice palaces that they made for you, they made for you, you.
Thank you. All right, and that was also featuring Mary and Chetta on the keys. Also, big love to David T, who helped me produce this album. A lot of these tracks are off my album X Marks the Swirl, which you can check out on Kimmortal.bandcamp.com, and also on Spotify. I'm at Kimmortal. What do we got next? Oh, okay. So this next track is called I'm Blue, and it's a song that I wrote when I knew that I was gonna end a relationship, a loving relationship, a long relationship, but a relationship that I just knew was gonna end. And I also knew that there were patterns in this relationship that I had to undo on my own. And so this track is about solitude, and it's about reminding myself and my partner at the time that we're not burdens and that our needs are important. And I wrote it to remind myself that. And so check it out. This is called I'm Blue. Number one. Now I'm roasting under blazing sun, riding shotgun, you at the wheel, my free will at your direction. Memorize your signs, but I forgot my own reflection. No more eggs in my basket, I gave them all to you. Still hungry after fables, but I ran out of spoons. Give her more than I can give, overextending my wings. Good at playing your games, but this is not a win-win. I've been sinking in your dirty dishes, even when my plate's full. I marry myself, I'll remain faithful. One day I'll leave the table, cause you stopped serving love. Crave the taste of solitude, I know it is enough. I'm blue, the color of my solitude. I'm gonna choose to love me over you. I've lost count of how many times I knew my yes was a no. I'm your clown out of habit, dust on my throne. For you I drop my shit just to hear you say hero. Fly you to your dreams and distract me from my own. Maybe, baby, someday I will learn to be alone. Fly myself up to the moon and build a gate around my zone. I bust a myth that I am selfish when I take care of myself. Repeat it till I hear it. Reverse the trauma in my cells. Blue, the color of my solitude. Choose to love me over you. You are not a burden, baby. You are on purpose, baby. You are not a burden, baby. You are on purpose. Yeah, you are on purpose. So I'm a very anxious person, and this next track I actually wrote like 7 years ago, and it's kind of beautiful how tracks that you wrote in the past or pieces you wrote in the past or made in the past can teach you in the future. And this next track is called Breathe. And I don't know about you, but during COVID, something I'm working on is mindfulness, and I'm trying to like breathe with myself, and I decided 7 years after recording this track to release it. And so I released it for the first time in the second month of once COVID hit. And so this is fresh. Check it out. I dived into this, not knowing what it would feel like. I shed my front, despite my fear of heights. I didn't know what to expect. My heart beats in my chest, 100 BPM. Sometimes I forget to breathe. Just breathe, yeah. I never really know if I am moving on or backwards. Am I rising into illusions or falling into standards? And how much of my stressing is from expectations wearing thin on my skin, killing me softly? And so I give my fears a name. I pluck them out my eye and find my own kind of sane and rest. Not every single moment is a test, so I try my best to pause and take a breath. At the zenith of my inhale, I know I'm gonna be alright. I'm gonna be just fine. I know. Breathe. Just breathe. At the zenith of my inhale, I know that I'm gonna be alright. I'm gonna be just fine. I know. We're carving out our own path, no blueprint or map and no trust fund pockets. Most times we're running extra laps, check to paycheck, chipping at it like an architect. But it's too hella slow, stoplight means go, more ebbs and flows. Self-deprecate on the endless scroll, back up where my freeway, I look for you, black sheep in the sea of machines. Through your art, we reimagine what this world can be. Know that when you're broken, you open to words unspoken. Focus on your dreams, right? But just remember to breathe. At the zenith of my inhale, I know that I'm gonna be alright. I'm gonna be just fine. I know at the zenith of my inhale, I know I'm gonna be alright. I'm gonna be just fine. I know. I know, I know, I know. Yeah. Yay. All right. I have 3 more tracks for you all. I'm going to play on the guitar, so I'm going to grab it right here. All right. So, my guitar is not yet named, and so if you have any ideas, drop it in the chat. Oh, shit. Okay. So I wrote this song when I was in art school, And in a single year, I moved 12 times because of unstable housing as an art student. And at the time, I was like, well, one of the lyrics in this track is like, my art has no home. I asked, does it even matter? And it's like, I'm at this place in my life where I'm like, oh, like I have like for the first time, like a sense of stability. And it took so long to get here as an artist. And it's just like, it's such a struggle. Being an artist, there's so much to it. There's so much that people don't recognize, how much work, thought, heart, emotional labor we put into our art, especially as artists of color, queer artists, trans artists, non-able-bodied artists, like the list goes on, but give it up from where you are. Your toenails are probably clipped. Is that the third time I pulled that joke? Yeah. But give it up for all the artists in the world. I can't hear you. Okay. All right, so this track is called Brushing by Heaven's Shoulder. At a place where I'm getting tired of the same thing. Sometimes coffee don't suffice to wake me from my sleep. Every day I pray to feel my life in this space, while they say, you're so ungrateful, babe, you think too far ahead. Don't you see what's right in front of you? Can't you get with the times and leave everything you have, everything you have, and leave everything you have, everything you have. But I would much rather that you speak to me in a different language, because this home is not my own and my tongue only knows silence. And if this place cannot hold me, I don't have to stay. Why does it seem like I can never finish? But my home is a surge and my life is scattered. And my art has no home, as does it even matter? It's like I'm only offered glimpses, scratching on the surface. But as I'm brushing by heaven's shoulder, I hope I'm getting bolder. As I'm brushing by heaven's shoulder, I hope I'm getting bolder, bolder. Ooh, yeah, ooh, 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 So I'll be criticized for looking outside of these lines.
you'll be criticized for thinking outside of these lines. So we'll be criticized for loving outside of these lines. So we'll be criticized for loving outside of these lines. Ooh, 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 ooh. But as I'm brushing by heaven's shoulder, I know we're getting bolder, yeah. But as I'm brushing by heaven's shoulder, I know I'm getting bolder. Thank you. All right. So, about a month ago, I started this thing where I woke up at 5 in the morning, and for 14 days, and I wrote a poem every day, and I posted it on Instagram. And this is the last poem that I wrote, and I've been trying to write this poem for like a year. So after it was done, I started crying, and it's unnamed. Never read this out loud. Okay. He announces himself at the door, wheels in his cart, and props open the sign, restroom closed. He puts on his yellow gloves and squeezes a dime-sized amount of cream cleanser on a sponge. He shines the faucet, polishes the sink, picks up missed shots, wet balls around the garbage. He folds a paper napkin into a perfect square, sprays and wipes the mirror, side to side, side to side, side to side, side to side, scratching dried mascara at the bottom. In the stall, he holds his breath, a repugnant smell. He crouches down to score under the toilet rim, scrubbing underneath crook and edge, flicking off dried shit scum specks. He lifts up the heavy mop from the bucket of cold water, feels a jolt of pain in his right shoulder, and with a splash that drops brush to ground, he paints expansive and sweeping figure-8 patterns that wash across the canvas floor, pushing soapy liquid till it laps up against the corners, leaving a fresh, even coat. When he is done, he ties up the trash, peels off his gloves, and walks backwards towards the entry of the door, making sure not to leave any footprints. And just as soon as he exits, a flood of my classmates come in, knocking down Dad's sign, caution, wet floor. This is my last song on guitar, and it's called Garbage Man with a Neuroscience Degree. And it's basically about racism and Canadian immigration. And I wrote it as the second assignment of this comedy songwriting class that I took online. And my classmates, they wrote feedback on the track, and everyone interpreted the song differently, which is cool. Here's the track. Can I get more guitar? Back in the Philippines, I had a neuroscience degree. Now I'm the garbage man for Canadian families. My parents think that it is such a tragedy. I say, don't worry, I'm happy. Show them a photo, look at the size of my truck. I say, that's me right there. Doesn't my uniform look good on me? 36K salary, how can I complain? I say, don't worry, I'm happy. Rain, snow, or summer heat, I'm laughing with my work buddies. One man's trash is another's to clean. They don't even see me. I FaceTime mom, show her my room of treasures at the back. Piles of chairs and TVs that I hoarded from their trash. She smiles out of pity and asks if I'm okay. I say, don't worry, I'm happy. Papa tells me to put my degree to use, but I love the smell of Tuesday morning garbage juice. These alleys are their neural pathways. He don't know I'm studying this country's brain. Don't worry, I'm happy. Don't worry, I'm happy. Rain, snow, or summer heat, I'm laughing with my work buddies. One man's trash is another's to clean. They don't even see me. They don't even see. I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm happy. Thank you.